Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Chris and this is Shannon.
Shannon is a social media influencer, actor, model, and TV host. She's been working with top brands like Revolve, Beautycon, and Nike. In today's XOXO Talk, Shannon will share her insights of how she grows her social media and works with brands.
Shannon, I know you have like a very strong social media presence. You have earned over 400,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh,
Can you tell me a little bit more about what you do?
Yeah, I am an actor, a TV host. I'm also a social media influencer. So that's kind of, and a blogger. So I added blogging to my like skill set, I guess, recently. And I'm also a streamer. I also stream on Twitch as well. So I play video games.
Wow, that's fun.
Yeah,
that's super fun.
Yeah, I do a lot.
I don't think a lot of influencers are doing games.
Yeah. I've been playing video games since I was 7 years old. So yeah, and I never used to play video games because I felt like it took away from everything else that I was doing. But then I figured when you do social media, whatever you decide to do, I've noticed like the best thing you could possibly do is to do something that you actually like doing and you have like fun doing. So I started recording it. Yeah. And before it used to be like a whole thing where I was like, this takes away from like all these other things. I shouldn't play video games. But then I was like, you know what? I should just play video games because I feel like if I enjoy it, so why not stream it?
So how's your influencing business going?
Good. I feel like, and I'm sure like you're influencers.
You started from modeling, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Tyra Banks put me and my twin sister on her show.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, and we already had a big following as well, like already before that. But yeah, I came from a modeling background. And that is basically what started my career. I was able to travel. The cool thing about modeling, and this was so long ago, but like I got to do, like I did runway, I did print, magazines, and I just kind of got that following from, like that's where my following started from.
Amazing. Yeah. I was gonna ask you like any tips for younger girls who want to follow your footsteps, like, to be an influencer like you.
Yeah, okay. I always say do whatever you're passionate about, because I feel like when you're doing something that you're passionate about and something that you enjoy, your followers like to see you do that, and they know when you like something and when you don't like something. So I think a lot of people try to do things that are trending, and if you're not passionate about what you're doing,
I made that mistake.
Yeah,
a couple years ago. Now I'm like being more me.
Yeah, and but the thing is, it's good to make mistakes, because I feel like that's what makes you grow, and you realize there's things that you end up trying, and you're like, I want to do this, and you end up not being passionate about it, and you don't get as many followers.
Authentic.
Yeah, because I feel like your followers see when you're passionate, and they see when you enjoy it. And if you look like you're not enjoying something,
they can tell.
They can tell, and I think
guys can tell.
Yeah, they can, and like so, I feel like as long as you're doing something that you're passionate about, and sometimes you end up being passionate about something, and you end up not enjoying it later on, and that's okay, because it's good. It's okay to make mistakes. Life is all about making mistakes, and that's what makes you
for social media.
Yes, and that's what makes you better at it, because you figure out I like this, don't really like this, like, you know. So I feel like that's kind of the best advice that I could possibly give. Do stuff that you're passionate about.
So for you, you're modeling, acting, influencing. There's like a lot of roles.
Yeah.
And which one do you like the best?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so acting is my number one passion. I'm filming a movie in January, so it's going to take me a little bit away from social media. But I feel like when I book stuff like TV shows or movies, it's always important to I used to just stop doing social media when I booked stuff, so people would.
Why is that? You can share some behind the scenes.
Yeah,
because it's allowed to share?
No, you're allowed to, but sometimes on sets they make you sign like NDAs, like you're not allowed to film behind the scenes.
Not even your luck?
Yeah, like, well, you're allowed, there's certain things you could like film, but sometimes you can't. But I think what holds me back the most is probably being stressed out of like, okay, I don't know, do you get in the situation where sometimes you're like, you don't grow in your following because you're not posting as much, and then you get stressed out about not posting every day.
That's
and then
maybe some stories.
Yeah, maybe stories.
Not even stories.
No, you're allowed stories. You just like there's some things like on some sets where they're like, you're not allowed to film on set. You're not allowed to film because they don't want to give away the movie or the TV show.
Totally understand. So probably I would suggest maybe do a photo inventory or video inventory when you're super busy. You kind of expect like maybe next month I'll be super busy. You just film more and shoot more this month.
Yeah.
So that you can have like a little bit buffer.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. So I end up doing that, and then I end up posting because I get so excited about the content where I'm like, oh, like, yeah, I bank as well, like I bank posts, but then sometimes I'm like, it's stressful. Like sometimes it's stressful, like especially when you're doing multiple platforms like YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, and then on top of that, like I am hosting a new TV show as well. So like doing that, and so I feel like sometimes, like lately, I feel like in the last like 6 months I've been overwhelmed with stuff, and so I think like, but then I was thinking, you know what? I don't think my following cares about that. They just want to see content. So I just started putting out content.
It's okay to take maybe 1 week break. It's
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, 1 week I think it's okay.
Yeah.
That's the max I can do.
Yeah. There was a time, I think in September, where I took like 2 weeks off and people were really upset with me. I love my fans, but sometimes they do get upset with you and they send you messages on like, you don't care about us and why are you not posting?
Really?
Yeah, so
that's
like
tough.
It's stressful. Like that's stressful, especially like the Instagram, like my super fans and like Baker fam, I love you guys. But like sometimes you get the messages. Sometimes you guys send me the messages of you guys being upset with me. And please be patient.
I'm a fan, but I'm not. I'm super patient.
Oh yeah.
I understand because I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So I understand you have your schedule.
Yeah, and like I know like sometimes fans get upset about it, and sometimes you can't post every day, and sometimes you need. Like I've been learning to take like little breaks here and there of like for me to be happy and for me to be happy in my content and to be genuine and real. Sometimes it's good to take downtime. So
yeah, totally. Yeah. So speaking of which, I know that you are managing your own business, right?
Yeah.
As an influencer and model actress too.
Yeah.
So how do you do it independently? I know like a lot of famous girls like you, they have their agency, they have their manager, or they're not even behind their account or emails. So like how do you manage your business?
Okay, so a lot of people don't know this, but I spend 2 hours a day dedicated to doing emails and computer stuff, like figuring out my schedule, doing emails, responding. And so that's really helpful. And I usually do that at night so that in the morning I get the emails back. So I guess it's just time management. And I do have a little bit of help from like my agent, so I have 2 different agents, acting agents. One's in Canada.
Oh, you do have agents?
Yeah.
That's
for my acting.
Okay.
And my, so I have an agent in Canada and I have an agent in the States. My agency in America, in California at Buckwald, they've been super helpful actually in like helping me manage like some events and like some stuff for them, but for the most part I do everything on my own. Actually, I would say 99% of the stuff that I do is even 99.5% if I were to put a percentage on it. Everything I do myself, but I do get some help with my agency has been trying to help me out because I've been getting a little bit overwhelmed, but they've been helping out a lot.
So like most of your business management work is on emails, maybe DMs? Do you get DMs?
Yeah, DMs and like, but the thing about DMs is I get so many like messages on Instagram and Facebook. So the best way to reach me is usually my email on my profile because I do get the DMs through.
But it's really hard to manage.
It's hard.
You can't sort or search or whatever.
Yeah, and like you get so many and it only shows the last like 100 or 200 messages. So if there's a brand that contacted me 200 messages before, the only way for me to see them is for me to go through deleting. So I usually do a purge every couple of months where I just delete. And then I'm suddenly seeing like, oh my gosh, a brand emailed me like 3 months ago and I had no idea. So I think like the best way for me is like email, and like most of the brands that I do end up working with, if I catch them, I'll be like, can you email me? So
but do you have like a lot of meetings or phone calls, like stuff like that?
Yeah, I personally like to keep everything on email because sometimes if you have a phone call with, I don't mind working with a brand. Like I know some people do it differently. Some people like to be on the phone.
Yeah.
Some people like emails. For me, I personally like emails because everything's tracked, what the obligations
It's
are.
very easy to organize your information.
Yeah, and sometimes brands mix you up with other influencers where they had some kind of conditions where they're like they wanted you to do one story, one Instagram post on certain days, and they mix it up, and then sometimes it's good to be back up and be like, actually, this is the email, this is the contract that we have, and I always make sure to do my own contracts.
In writing.
Yeah, I have everything in writing, and I make my own contracts as well. So yeah.
That's really amazing.
Oh, thank you.
So who are you collaborating with, and like maybe which brands do you like most?
Oh, okay,
in
so
your recent collaborations?
yeah, okay, so my okay, I have a lot of favorites, but up there would probably be Nike. Nike has been, they send me shoes every month and clothes, and so Nike is my longest brand partnership deal ever. Since 8 years, maybe even 9, maybe 8 years, 8 maybe even 7 to 8 years, a long time. I feel like it's 8 years. So they've been my longest brand partnership deal. They're super good about giving me shoes, giving me jackets, backpacks, the stuff that comes out. So Nike and N7, thank you so much for being my longest brand partnership in my history. So
I saw you were doing a lot of Revolve collaborations.
Oh,
How do you like Revolve?
Oh, I love Revolve. I'm wearing Revolve right now.
That's cute. What's this brand?
So this is Line and Dot. Line and Dot, which they sell it at Revolve as well.
Okay.
Ours, and then ours top, ours bottom. Okay, I love Revolve.
Yeah,
I love
events
them.
and collaborations on your page.
Yeah, I like. The thing I like about Revolve, and maybe you feel the same way, I feel like it's higher quality stuff. Nothing falls apart. Everything's high quality, and yeah, and they're really good with their influencers. Like if you ever become a Revolve partner, a Revolve ambassador, they're really good at sending you stuff once a month, and you get someone to talk with, and you get a budget per month. So yeah, I really like Revolve. Yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah, what about you?
I like Revolve too.
Yeah.
I like their events.
Yeah, I like
They're
their
so
events
fun,
too.
so that we can like connect with influencers like Shannon, like other influencers like in our community as well.
Yeah.
So I feel like we need to party.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what? I've actually made friends that I hang out with regularly at Revolve events because usually you're not allowed to, like, I don't know, most of the time you're not allowed to +1. Some events you're allowed, but some of the more exclusive ones, like you're not allowed to +1. But I feel like they do that on purpose just so that you end up making friends with each other because you need someone to take a photo with. And
That's right.
So I always end up making friends every single time I go to Revolve.
So who took your pictures? Videos. You have amazing content.
Oh,
they look very professional, but who's the one behind the camera?
Oh, behind the camera. Okay, so I have my own camera. I shoot with a Canon 5D. I bring it at events, and I'm also a photographer, so I always like frame out the photo. And because a lot of people don't know how to use a Canon 5D, I basically get whoever's there. I'll take their photo,
Just
and
ask
then
them to press the button.
yeah, and I'll be like, don't move, because you can't move. Like for a clear photo, you need to go in and go manual. So I'll get someone to go in my spot and take the photo for me. But yeah, most of the time I frame out my own photos, and I just get someone to press the button.
In the video too?
Yes, videos as well. Yeah. So
do you use a tripod?
Yeah, I use a tripod. I have so for everything, my YouTube videos, I have a ring light, 2 soft boxes, and a camera and a mic. I use a shotgun mic, the Rode mic, and so I just frame it all out and style it in the background.
So you added your own content.
Yeah.
Which programs do you use?
I use Adobe Premiere. Yeah, but I do like Final Cut. I feel like Final Cut's really easy. But now I feel like I already bought the Adobe like Premiere.
I did that.
Yeah, I bought the whole thing. So now I feel like I'm gonna get my money's worth. I'm gonna
use
use
$30 a month.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah,
but you have everything, every like Adobe program that you might want to use.
Yeah, I have. Everything. So actually,
Photoshop, Lightroom.
Lightroom. I have all of the the video editing and the graphics program as well, After Effects. So I got the whole suite. So I feel like I like that. But I do like Final Cut. I really like Final Cut as well.
Yeah, I'll try that one.
Yeah, Final Cut's so easy.
Yeah.
And like, I like Final Cut because it's just drag and drop. And I feel like it's way easier. And color correcting, it's so easy. Like to color
Probably
correct.
I'll try this for this video.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah,
like,
probably try this.
Yeah, and
because I've been using Premiere. It takes time.
it does. And like, the thing is, it doesn't sync up like Final Cut when you put a video into the timeline. It just syncs up automatically like a magnet. So, and like the color correction is so easy, and they make it easy for you to buy, like if you wanted to buy filters to like add onto it and you don't want to do it yourself, it's super easy just to like throw things in.
I want to ask about filters. Like,
Yeah.
like I know a lot of mega influencers are using filters constantly and keep their page consistent.
Yeah.
But what's your take?
So,
Filters.
Okay, I guess because I'm a photographer, I don't use filters. I like to color correct manually in like Lightroom. I do have some presets that I copy and paste. I go back and like for outside photos, like golden hour. I have certain like filters that I made. Not filters. I guess they're just like presets. So I personally like to edit personally, but I know that there's a lot of people so I actually want to learn more about filters as well for YouTube, because I've been seeing the videos of like people grabbing things on like Final Cut and just adding like a skin filter or whatever.
Do you have to buy that, or
You do,
Okay.
and like I was looking at one that a lot of like beauty gurus use, and I was looking at it and it's something like $500, and I was like, I don't want to spend that. I keep on saying I'm gonna buy it because it probably would save time, right? And I feel like sometimes it's good if you can like invest money into like cutting your time back. I need to start doing that for myself, because like, for me, I find like my biggest worry and obstacle is probably not having enough time. So that's why I was thinking about getting an assistant just to help me out in the new year, because I feel like just time management and doing simple things like emails and things like that, where I could train someone to do all those kind of things. So that's kind of what I'm kind of exploring. I haven't decided yet, but a lot of influencers that I know that hit the 500K mark usually are like getting an assistant to help out, even if it's just a couple of days a week.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
It's really hard to train someone while you're already busy.
Yeah,
That's
I
my
think
struggle too.
Yes, but Kate, do you ever find like sometimes you just like, for me, I like to be in control of. I have a control problem where I like
control freak too.
Yeah, where
very
you're
detailed.
like,
very detailed.
Yeah.
I want everything to be perfect and
Yes.
in control. That's
and you feel
totally.
like the best person for that is yourself. But then I feel like sometimes like it's good to ask for help, I guess. And so like I feel like for me, I want to let go of that control, and maybe it would make streamline my life a little bit easier, and maybe even getting like an Instagram company. Like I know there's a lot of Instagram PRs and stuff that you can work with, but I know a lot of them work exclusively.
Yeah,
so
they
that
want to handle your inbound messages.
Yes.
Which is very terrifying for me.
Yeah, it is. It is, and like
I feel like totally out of control. Like
Yeah.
a lot of times. But
Yeah.
I don't dislike agencies, but to this part, I don't want to be exclusively managed by someone.
Yeah, and I was thinking about, I've been talking with a few companies and about doing like a test relationship. So I was thinking about trying that out in the new year as well, like testing it out, and I could test it out and see how I like it and let you know, and like maybe it's a game changer, you know?
Let's
so
see.
maybe maybe it does make influencers' lives easier, but I feel like right now I've been managing everything myself. I know how my life
your
works.
normal.
Yeah, it is my normal. And like, but also for me to concentrate more on acting, I think I do need to, something needs to give, and I'm not willing for it to give on the acting side. So that's why I'm considering looking for someone to help out a little bit.
So we are expecting a new film from you next year?
Yeah, so I film 24 days in January. I'm filming a thriller. So
Wow.
yeah, I'm really excited about that. So
is it gonna be crazy makeup? Is it gonna be like?
Luckily, I get to play myself.
Okay.
Not myself, but another character. But I won't be
More
like
your own style.
Yeah, so I think she's more like a tomboyish, so I guess it's not really my style, I guess.
No, you're feminine.
Yeah, I am.
I don't feel like you're a tomboy.
Yeah, I am. And so, but we start filming January 4th. So so 23 days.
So we're expecting a new film from Shannon next year.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, guys. Okay.
Yes.
Just one more thing. Tell us about a fun thing that we don't know about you.
Fun thing about me.
We can cut this part.
Oh no, that's okay.
I just want to ask. Sometimes it's gonna be fun.
Okay, I have something. Fun thing about myself, I am really adventurous. I'm booking a flight to Cuba, and I can be very spontaneous. Like, if I feel like I want to do something, I jump all in.
I want to do it now.
Yeah, so for me, like, I feel like I can be spontaneous, and I try to be, and it was actually on my New Year's resolutions last year. It was to be more spontaneous. So yeah, so I'm trying.
Yeah, that's nice. So are you flying solo?
Yeah, I'm going tomorrow.
Oh.
So yeah, so I'm just I want to travel more, and I feel like a lot of followers like to see like travel vlogs and things like that. So, and it's been on my bucket list to travel. So I'm gonna start doing that more in 2020. Yeah. I guess because I like the colors. I like that it's like going back in time. I like the old cars and the vintage cars and stuff like that. So
that's gonna be trendy for Instagram.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's very fun. All right, so we have some fun questions here. Do you want to talk about fashion and beauty industry trend? Do you want to talk about that?
Okay.
Anything else you want to share? Maybe we share more tips for growing social media following.
Okay.
What do you think?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So I know you have very strong social media following, and you've been working really hard to growing your social media, especially on Instagram, and that's very impressive. So I put your handle here, and everybody can follow Shannon. And do you have any tips for younger girls who want to follow your footsteps and be an influencer? Like how to grow your Instagram?
Yes, so what I would say is be passionate about what you want to do. Also, be consistent with your posting. You don't have to have 1 million followers or like even 1,000 followers to get started. A lot of people think that you need this huge following to get a following, but if you're consistent and you're posting good content and making that a priority, you're good to go.
Yeah, that's one thing we mentioned with by Jenny too. Yeah.
Is being consistent?
Just being consistent, like posting, just post more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you like overthink about it? Sometimes I'll overthink.
Yeah.
Like, is this gonna work or not? You know, before I post, it's very frustrating for me.
Oh yeah.
And later
Okay.
on, I kind of learned like I have to post it anyways.
Yeah.
I don't have to think about too much. It works or not. I can just delete the ones that are not working.
Yeah.
Do you do that? Do you archive or delete your post?
No, I don't actually. I guess I leave everything up, even like brand partnership deals when they say you could, so on most brand partnership deals you could delete or like archive the photo in 90 days. I guess I just leave them all up.
Because you like them?
I
like the content?
I think I'm just like never really thought about it, I guess. So yeah, it's weird. Like, so as long as I've been an adult, I've always had a following. And so I just feel like I never had, so I talked to a lot of influencers and how they got started. For me, I've had a following my whole life. So I've always had a following.
Because you were in the industry before Instagram.
Yeah, so before Instagram, before all of that. And so for me, like, I just post whatever, like, but I know, I've talked to other influencers that are like, that are very strict on themes and whatever.
Yeah.
For me, I just post whatever. And so I've never felt
works
the
for your
pressure.
page.
Yeah, it works for me, but I know that it doesn't work for everybody. And I know, like, talking to other people that have grown their following, I know that being consistent, having some kind of theme is helpful. For me, I just kind of post whatever. And like, I guess I don't typically delete. I don't really think about it, to be honest. Like,
do you schedule or plan your grid?
No.
No,
I know a lot of people do that. I don't. I just post whatever. So sometimes it doesn't work though. Like later on, I'll be like, whoa, I wore a white sweater. Like even today. So I have a white sweater that I posted. And yesterday I posted another white sweater, but they're different white sweaters, but they look alike because
in the grid,
yeah,
same color palette.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, I should pay attention more, but I don't. I basically just post whatever I need to post. So, and for me, I take my camera around with me. So if I feel like, oh, I like this street or I like this alley,
Just take some of
I'll
the
just take
pictures.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that's just what I do though.
Okay,
Yeah.
just take more pictures and post more.
Yeah.
And be passionate about what you do.
Yeah, and I would even say if you're really ambitious and you're really about growing, there was one summer where I went, I had a meeting with someone about social media, and at the time I think I had 50,000 followers, and I ended up getting like, so this was like, man, a long time ago, like I want to say like 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, I got 30,000 followers in one summer because I was posting 2 to 3 times a day. But that
so definitely
for me,
post more.
yeah, if you are growing and you want to grow fast, post every day. Post as often as you can, even 3 times a day. There was a time where I was I kid you not, in one summer, because I wanted to grow, and I heard that if you had 100K followers, that's when you start making like more money. You can ask for more money. And so basically, yeah, I was like, that was my goal, and I just posted 2 to 3 times a day. And it was stressful, it was a lot of work, and it just got to the point where I would plan it where I would have 3 outfits, three t-shirts, and I would shoot in one location, that wall, that wall, that wall,
okay,
to make it look like
looks.
different days.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'd make it look like different days, but I would
Okay.
post. So yeah, so that's the advice that I have to give for people that are starting from scratch or want to grow really fast. Post a lot.
Okay, but that's more for fashion influencers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, do more outfit changes at one location.
Yeah.
Choose different backdrops.
Oh yeah, I
and
never
stuff.
thought about that. Yeah, because I forget that I'm considered a fashion influencer.
Yeah, you're fashion.
Yeah. Sometimes I
Yeah,
forget.
check your page. I can tell that you're artistic, you're entertaining, but you're very fashionable.
Oh, interesting.
You always have nice outfits.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Because you have maybe you have following, maybe you can do like other stuff, maybe beauty, lifestyle, travel.
Yeah.
But always like brands will send you good stuff. Like nice clothes, accessories and stuff. Like the outfit you wear today.
Yeah, so it's so
They
funny
always
because
look cute.
oh, you're so sweet. You're so cute. I love your styles. The thing is that I didn't know that I was a fashion influencer until this summer. And my friend Zoe was like, I was like, I don't know what I specialize in. I just post whatever. And she said, you're a fashion influencer. And she's like, you always do your makeup on point. You always have the heels and accessories. I'm like, I didn't know that.
You pay attention to details of what you wear.
Oh,
right?
yeah, I do.
Okay,
I do.
so you style yourself.
Yeah.
You style.
And I think it helps because I came from modeling backgrounds where I was always working with stylists, I was always working with makeup artists and photographers, and I would always have someone styling me. So I learned at a young age to but actually I've been into fashion my whole life. So actually since I was a kid, I was into fashion. So yeah, I guess it's fun for me. So
like what's trendy now?
well,
maybe 2020.
2020.
Yeah,
2020.
what kind of trends do you observe?
Okay, so micro purses are really in right now. I mean, like micro, like this small, where you can't fit any. And so, what I have, any advice, the advice that I could give you would probably be do what you're passionate about. If you want to be a social media influencer, do what you're passionate about, whether it's acting, video games, fitness, all of that kind of stuff, cooking. There's so many.
Creative.
There is, and like actually there's Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V, has really good advice, which is do what you're passionate about, and I follow that advice as well. So just do whatever you're passionate about.
Okay guys, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe.
And give this video a thumbs up.
Please. Thank you for joining
Thanks
this
for having
video.
me.
Yeah, it's really fun. Thank you so much.